So, hello, Mr. Tim Pickerill. Welcome everyone to the Parallax Poetry Salon. Tim is a Brooklyn-based artist, musician, writer. He's an anthropologist, an artist. He spent 10 years studying all kinds of esoteric traditions. He's an amazing guy, an artist probably in all kinds of ways. He told me that he was afraid to read because he said his poetry was way too fucking dark for us. So I thought I would read a poem by Artaud to start off the event, one of the darkest poets. And this is and the poet this is from a collection called Six Poems and Revolt Against Poetry, translated by R.G. Dent. And I'm going to read a poem called Love, and then I'm going to pass it over to Tim. And love, we must cleanse ourselves of this hereditary filth where our stellar vermin continue to prowl. The organ that grinds the wind, the tides of the raging sea are like that hollow melody of this disturbing dream, of her, of us, or of this soul sitting with us at the banquet. Tell us who is deceived, inspirer of the infamous. She who sleeps in my bed and shares the air of my room can play dice on the table of the ceiling of my mind. So Tim's gonna play dice on the table of the ceiling of our minds right now.
Throw,
And
I'll
please,
throw some
please
knuckles.
share, introduce yourself a little bit, and then share your poetry.
So hello, thank you for coming and spending this time. So yeah, I don't know if I would call myself a poet, a writer, an artist, or what. Uh, I don't read often. This text has come about over many years. I stopped reading it at salons uh, after a few years in early 90s and started just accumulating pieces for performance work and did a bunch of Artodian Buto inspired weird little surrealist dark plays in San Francisco until I left in 2002. And um, the theme for the project has always been the same, whether or not how it gets presented, but it comes from Odysseus and Homer. Uh, that's where this all spins from, and early interest in physics and J. Robert Oppenheimer and the atomic bomb and the bombings and all that. And for me, it over years of studying anthropology and science and all that, it turned into a giant art project that I've been doing for 25 years now, the Omen Project. And yeah, so I guess 2002 was probably the last time I ever performed any of my own work, uh, performed uh, for other people. But yeah. Anyway, so this is not all of, but most of The Poet Assassin. Silence. Do not speak her name. The stars have fallen. The ocean is dry. The corpse has been reduced. Only a residue of ash descends through a void in time. A phantom without form, memory running from final heat death, universes hidden, no mirror, no name, love, the shadow of a hand reaching out of the darkness. All I ever wanted was her love. All that remains, a claw crusted in blood, rasping across the earth, a dream, a death rattle. Five fingers of I to wield the sword, to sever the head, to clear the field. 5 fingers of I to wield the knife, to end the dream, to uncover the eye. 5 fingers have I to wield the axe, to fell the tree, to recover the life. I know what you are thinking. I can see you're sneering, but I know better the stink that's in you that you try to cover with your masquerades, the pustules between your legs held tight. Where I stand, I see the reek run down your thighs. When your towers of gold crumble and heavens fall, how will you shriek when famine runs your family through and flies feast on bosom and bone? What think you then of one such as me? Will you fight? Will you take flight? When tongues grow fat and cracked, how will they wag? I am the mother returning to take back the rotten earth, slobbering down bloodied thighs and shit crack, sipping poisons from virgin lips. You've idolized death and called it life. You've run aground. Time to kill the captain. I am the assassin come for your ticket. Soon we depart. No thing, no where, no shelter, no mountain, no valley, no skin, no flesh. Time has ended. With an open mouth and an open ass screaming into the void as my sex crawls beneath the night. My sex enveloped in the boiling of the sky, my sex tuberous snouts probing a cankered earth, extracting poisons, time honored. Tongues canceling the void, silence scattered between cries. Forget everything, forget everything, forget everything, forget everything that has ever been written. Forget everything, forget everything, forget everything that has ever been said. Forget everything, forget everything, forget everything that you have ever been taught. Forget it. Forget everything that has ever been done. Forget everything, forget everything. Your time is up, motherfucker. Within me is the essence of light, light unseen. Surrounding me is light ruptured, torn apart. On all sides, space reverberates a voice never to be heard. Here there is only death, filled with contempt. In hailstones I fall upon myself. I shriek. falling back upon an idea of self I once held to be true. My ancient teeth turn liquid as bile rises. Flesh rescinds its friendship with bone, shattered, splintered. There is no longer any connection. Oracular orbs eclipsed in watery graves, puked up overboard. Sails torn from masts, limbs flail. Overboard, I fall through the earth. In spite of my vile taste, it swallows me in bits. The castration of the father. Flayed. The word is separated from the action, thrown onto the fire of the mother, swimming amidst the larvae of sweltering blood beasts. The tongue runs before the word in fear. Before I was asleep, living in dreams, shrinking from the dream, I still sleep, but without dreams. Tangled in stained sheets, eyes held by salt, in a blur of intrauterine no time, floating with feet baked in clay, covered with blood, glistening with sweat, empty of semen, lacking. Creativity held moldering, impotent yet impatient. A blind man stumbling through unfamiliar houses. There where life escapes me, death is at home. The universe recedes away in fear from the anger of man. Mother of slobbering lips eyes the empty plate. Sitting naked in the wrecked dining hall, the ancient country kitchen meeting place in silent late night hours when men, ready for open warfare, make plans to kill each other. What takes hold? The youngest son rushes home. Is the house still there? Is all lost? Wandering through the dust of vacancy, there is the elder son, taller than I remember, his face in shadows, wearing unfamiliar clothes. Where is father? Here. Wrapped in a dark cloak, he enters like the ghost of a plague. Naked, I swim to shore, replete, lost in the moment. I am the fish on the line, but whose line? What line? To what end do they wish to serve me? I demand to know. But I am capsized. I sink to the bottom, holding heavy weights. Where is the end? Head splitting pavement, I throw myself upon the verge, captivated, I verge. I am the mother taking back the rotten earth, slobbering down bloodied thighs and shit crack, sipping poison from virgin lips. You've idolized death and called it life. You've run aground. Time to kill the captain. 3 planets, 3 mountains, 3 pyramids, 3 spaceships, 3 actors, 3 masks. One is lost. I do not belong here. This world is vaporous, lying. Eternity, a twilight, a fire, a clawing rock of destruction bearing down upon the mind of another world. I am searching. She is my heart, lost. I have love. She is for this everything I would give, but for life I have nothing. The cliffs rise up, the sky falls upon them, warring. I am stranded, head on a pike, body open for display, blood crying for the night, and sleep for the stranger. You lick your wounds, crying out, wrapping your bones around an empty pit, an engulfing, yawning desire to be empty, cultivating sorrow, walling oneself off, bitterly tempting fate. You ask where I have gone. Though I have never been apart from you, loving you, calling out to you. Blindly you deny me. I am here in your heart. Why do you run? Hiding like a child in a dream, unable to awaken, pinned with terror, crippled with your thoughts, imagining what is not there, a bitter world, body falling away untouched. I am a maggot. Death is not far. On my side, a body grows foul, waiting to rise. Holding back beasts with outstretched hands, searching the abyss for a look from her. The sky is purple and there are yellow stripes like veins. I bleed radioactivity off thermal piles. Complex molecules ignite. My veins are rivers, liquid fire. I flow across her body. Born on cliffs, on and rocky slides, terrorizing the earth, piercing the sky. The little girl rode the small Mongolian horse, slowly traversing a sky masked in haze and dust, lifted on heels, searching the abyss. The caravan is pursued as night rises up in shadows vaporous and milky. She is alone in her fear. On either side, the limits rise and fall in rocks and crags, toothy and howling, indifferent to her loneliness. I found myself lying on the ground, on wet grass, then on a cold slab. I walked to the corners of the universe and bowed, prostrated 3 times to the sky, kissed the earth, touched ground. 2 more weeks I spent only eating milk, bathing in milk. La. I shaved the body of all hair, trimmed back the nails, and scrubbed the skin until the milk turned pink. For 3 days, I closed the doors of the cave, fasted and drew silent. I was ready for her, the swan of the north. Within the temple, all portals having been sealed, the perimeter is walked, touching the wall with my hands, where these things cannot be done. An individual is designated to stand and watch and guard against entry by foreign matter. From this circle, a circle is made. And within this circle is scribed a sigil for the operation. I am the light and the life of her love. Using blood from my left hand to cut with a ceremonial knife, it is mixed with the top knot cut from my head and burnt. The dance is commenced, and sweat mixed with the earth. The walls reverberate with my breath and my body. The body is dragged and beaten like a baton against a bell. Running the nerves through a series of scales, ratcheting up the mind, ready to fall at any time. The world is expelled in a fit of screams and curses, puking up words, releasing the body, the mind uncovered. I fall to the ground. Slowly, the one is recovered and the body raised up. Costume and mask are removed. A prostration is made. The body is powdered white. An old hag chants. She loves him. Where is she? Where have you gone? Time and time, again and again, from dream I descend into the pit to look for her, the darkness which devours all below the horizon conceals. Where is she? Where have you gone? Time and time, again and again, from dream I descend into the pit to look for her. The darkness which devours all below the horizon conceals. Where is she? Where have you gone? Time and time, again and again, from dream I descend into the pit to look for her. The darkness which devours all below the horizon conceals.
Welcome to Parallax, the resurrection of truth, beauty, and goodness. Parallax, a media war engine. Parallax, the construction amidst eternal decay. Parallax, the portal to the edge of chaos. Parallax, poem and provocation. Parallax, mad philosophers and tantric demigods. Parallax, totem for an unknown god. Parallax, philosophy and the return of the matriarch. Parallax, the end of the meaning crisis. Parallax, the whispering daemon in your ear. Parallax, the god of wisdom, wine and love. Parallax, your home for superior publications, podcasts and courses. Parallax, join us today.